Nomad just sent a really huge box, and I didn't even know it was Nomad at first because of how gigantic the box is. And this is not their normal packaging. My first look at it, I was like, this must be something to do with the beach. I don't know what made me think that, but I'm just thinking sand and beach. Alright, so this is not their normal packaging, so I thought that was kind of cool. Anyways, and then there is 4 palettes altogether. 4 things altogether. I am really interested in these because it says Gradient Rose and Gradient Golden Glow Highlighter. So I'm like, what? So we're opening these first. I love their palettes, absolutely. But I'm like, highlighters, question mark? So look at it. It's so cute. That color is so cool. And the anchors and ropes and everything, that is so cute. Even on the back, they have a little anchor on the back. That is so cute. Oh, that is completely, that's cool that they always put that in there so it doesn't get messed up, but that is not what I was expecting. Look at that. That is so cool. When I was thinking highlighter, I guess I was thinking like a multicolored, like a split pan where there's 2 colors, but this has, I believe that's 4 different shades in there. 1, 2, 3, but then this one's kind of mixed into the white. But hello, that's really, really cool. That is very neat. So I just got the mirror in there. That's adorable. So we're gonna swatch the purple one first. Come on, camera. That's the purple one first, and then oh, maybe it is okay. Maybe it is 4 colors because when you look at it from a different perspective, that is one strip, and then this is another strip, and then that looks like another strip just blended in with white. So we're gonna try to swatch the lighter pink color. There you go. That is definitely a different shade. We're gonna swatch this one that's a little bit like a pinkish purple. All 3 of those are different shades, and then the last one is the white one. So I think there is 4 colors in there. That is so cute. Alright, and then so we've got the golden one, which I'm very like, you know, that we know that they're not split and that they're multicolors. She's gonna open this one for us. Her hands are dirty because she's been painting sharks and whale sharks and everything and black tip sharks and I'm putting them on her wall. She says it's called wall sharks. It gives me a hard time. Oh, it's got a green in there. I think it's supposed to be just golden, but it almost looked like it was green for a minute. That is so cool. That's like, especially if you just swirl it in and it's like, it's supposed to be highlighter, but I'm like, what if you swirl it in and make like a bronzer? I don't know, but it does have a green reflect to it. That shade right there, it's got just a little hint of green, so I'm like, and I believe also has 4 colors. So I'm gonna hold it this way, and this is the first shade that I'm seeing. It's got that bronze copper tone to it, and then the second shade that I'm seeing in here, and it may not even be a second shade, but it looks almost a bit darker. And then I think I'm seeing things. That's the same one I just watched a minute ago. Hold on. And then we're gonna swatch the one that looks green. So all 3 of those so far, and then the very last shade. So those are so cool. I like this one, just like tip of my nose right now. Those are really pretty. I like that little bronze shade, and I'm pretty sure you could also use them to put in your eyeshadows and stuff or whatever, but that is really cool. I like the little highlighter palettes. I think that's a very nice touch. Alright, so now we have, it's called Intense Shimmer Color Palette. And I don't see a separate color. Oh, sometimes they'll put their shade names on the back, whatever, so I'm looking for a particular name. This looks like it says Aurora Cruise. Put imprints inside, so this time they colored the inside of the palette. So, oh, I knew I was right, but they don't put it on the back of the packaging. They put it on the back. Aurora, the little N. That is such a pretty palette. Dude, and these are the ones that you can take out too. Oh my good God, look, you can take them out. They're magnetic. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Look at how beautiful the colors are. I don't even want to touch them because of how pretty they are. Oh my God, but I do want to show that the magnet comes out, so I'm fine. Oh wait, let me put that there. So, and it's out, but ta-da-da. Oh my God, that is so cool, but I know they were having a hard time trying to put those things in and out. Golly, these shades, I cannot get, I love them all. They are absolutely gorgeous. I just want the, oh my God. I'm gonna try to tilt the palette just a little bit different so that way you can see all the different shades, because some of them have different reflex in them and everything. Golly, I'm so happy. I'm a little kid in a candy store when it comes to eyeshadow palettes and stuff, but that's just beautiful. Also, her palette is like, it's got a matte feel to it, and this one has a shimmer feel to it. So I'm going to show real quick where you don't see any of, you'll see this, but you won't see how the whole entire palette. So that's kind of cool too that they went that extra and thought about that. She wants to open this one too. Watching with my life, please. Be careful. And then this one is Coastal Cruise. So pretty. I really love the beach theme. We live by Dolphin Island and I get to go there. Dude, these are matte. That is awesome. Now I gotta hold up both of them in front of you guys. And these are also magnetic. And these are almost like mattes, but they're pastel in a kind of way. Oh my god. Look at these. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's pray for me right quick because I'm going to hold up all 4 of them for you guys. So let's pray. Please don't move. Thank you. So this is what we have. Oh my god, they're absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful. I am so happy. That is so cool. I love how they did one whole shimmer shade palette and one whole matte palette. That is really cool. I'm going to be crazy, and one side of my face I'm going to do the bronzer. One side of my face I'm going to do the Sunset Cruise highlighter. So I just literally just went back and forth. So this may be crazy, but I think it's really pretty. Which means also one side I'm going to do one look and another side I'm going to do another look. So now Sunrise Cruise. I'm trying to roll it from one side to another side so we can get everything, but oh, it's so pink. Oh my god, can you see that? That is so cool. So I think it's only fair if both sides have matte and then a shimmer on top instead of trying to create one whole shimmer side and then one whole matte side. So I want to, and I will make videos that have just mattes because I honestly have really never done that. I've always added shimmer in the inner corner or like a halo effect or whatever. So I will create a just matte look, but not right now. So I'm really loving that you can take these out and play around and mix them and all that. I also don't know, I know right now they said they won't sell singles, but I'm like, honestly, I think some shades like this, whatever, could definitely do good selling singles if maybe certain shades were super popular and they run out really quick. Then if they sell those for singles to put back into the palette, that'd be kind of cool. Alright, I think I'm going to go on this side with these blues and possibly some greens in there. I'm just really loving the neutrals, and I got to stay away for right this second because that's normally what I always do, is just all my outfit to go is neutrals. So we're going to go with Open Waters. I've always loved their mirror on here because it just makes it a lot easier to look in the thing instead of trying to look at this mirror. It's a lot easier to pull the palette here, show you the guys the look, and then look down. So I already prepped my eyes. You can already see some of the concealer taken up right here, but so I want one side to be the nautical, whimsical beach ocean theme, and then the other side will be more of a mermaid theme. For the other side, I will take Evening Horizon, Quite Awake for the mid-tone. And always with my mid-tones, I do like to use them as contouring, run down the nose area and right up in this area, and then on the outer portion too, to have everything blended out. I may pick some more of that Open Water and on a smaller brush. I should have done I always like to have everything blurred out, and then sometimes I'm like, but I want the color more pigmented, and then my dumb butt uses a fluffy brush instead of a more tighter detail brush, and I'm always backtracking over here. But don't be me. Just go ahead and use your tiny brush first. I'm trying to learn, if you use your tinier brushes first, that you can get a lot better details and everything, and I'm still sometimes doing it like my old way because I'm learning this little new trick where if you use your smaller brushes, it is a lot easier to control where you put the colors and how much color you want down and what do you want it to look like. And then I'm still always backtracking because I'm like, stop going backward, you learn this new way, learn that instead. So with the fluffier brush, I'm just taking Quite Awake and then going right on top just to blur those two out. One day I will learn. So then I'm gonna go and take Cool Current, and we're just gonna finish off all the way up to the brow bone in this area. It's that really pretty like ocean water. And yes, I sometimes tap out my brushes a lot of times I just be forgetting to tap out my brushes because I really love all the most pigmented. The other side, we're going to take Harbor Rose, and then we're going to try to do a smaller brush so that way I can have a little bit more control of this color. Alright, and I'm also trying to tap that rather than blur it out right up in this area. I'm trying to tap it for the most color payoff. Sometimes I've noticed if I go ahead and swirl it, it does this lighter color effect rather than the full pigment. Alright, and we're going to take first light all the way up to the brow bone. And then I'm going to take Evening Horizon, and then I'm going to just darken up that outer portion. Alright, I want to take Ocean Depths and then create a green, take that in the outer portion right there, and then go with Driftwood, and that's the lighter green shade, and then take that right here, and then finish it with Coastal Fog. That's a really cool color. Ooh, that would be really pretty to play on the whole entire eyelid. Those are really cool shades. I'm gonna pick a little bit more of Driftwood and just put more of that in the middle. Alright, and then for the other side, I want it more mermaid, so I want to put some blues over there. So we're going to take Ocean Water, the darker blue, and then put that on the outer edge. And then blend it just slightly into this little bitty area, creating a little bit of a wing right there. And then Quite Awake, the middle tone for the middle shade. And then Cool Current to cap everything off. This one, the Cool Current, almost matches like my shirt a little bit. I think it's a little bit brighter, but it's kind of funny though. Alright, that's going to be all for the matte shades. And then we're going to get into the shimmer shades. There are way too many absolutely gorgeous shades I want to play with. So this will be more of the mermaid side, while I want more nautical, whimsical, ocean stuff. So I think I'm going to go with Morning Mist to start with for this little intersection. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I want to keep this more to this little intersection, and I've never done that before. And because I always use the pinky just to get in right here, but the fact that I put that to get all up in this intersection, I'm loving that little technique that I just did. Because I'm like, I want it in the front, but ooh. Anyways, I want to try Prism Tie for the mid shade. And I hate messing up their little, it's like the Nomad with, it's the N with the anchor. And I hate messing up their stuff, but I know it has to happen. I'm a sucker for all other details. So, wow. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh jeez. And then now Emerald Jewel. And I am really, really loving that shade. I'm capping that off with Emerald Jewel. Oh my god. Yep. Absolutely stunning. We're going to take a little Emerald Jewel and we're just going to pop that right there. Just because why not? That is so pretty. I'm going to take a little bit more because I'm like, my eyelid is trying to hide that right now. Absolutely stunning. Oh. Alright, so since I want that mermaid, there is one shade in here called Mermaid Tail. And I just have to use that because I want the mermaid. So, oh my god. Mermaid side, I'm going to do the same technique where I keep all that in the front and I just swivel it back and forth. And good god, I love that. Oh, like a purplish, pinkish. This would be good for the whole entire, oh my god, that is so pretty, because why not? Alright, we're going to take Summer Spritz and do a little bit of it right here. Oh my god, I really like the Ocean's Crown, and you know what, mermaids are crazy. Mermaids have a bunch of awesome colors everywhere. Oh, look at that purple. Ooh. Oh my god. And then I love that orange shade too, and I really want to put that orange shade somewhere. It's this really pretty color. Oh my god. We are going to take Aurora Gleam, and I want to put that how I did where the other eye, but I want to put that in the middle. Yep, that's all for the shimmers. Now I have to cap this look off with mascara and eyeliner. I completely forgot to do the shimmers up here. So, for the fun of it, Ocean's Crown on this side, since I'm going all the blues and all that on this side anyways. And then we will go with Mermaid's Tail, we'll go with Shimmering Pearl for the mermaid side. Really pretty, really crazy. I love the multi. I've done a few of these before where I do a two-tone, different looks, and I actually have gone in public before and people are like, oh, okay, that's pretty. Whoa. But I actually honestly feel like the whole thing gives a mermaid vibe because it's all looking whimsical at this point. But I want to create the art. I don't have enough time today, so we'll have to do a different look. Honestly, if I had to pick one favorite side, just because my eyes, I have one blue eye and one green eye, especially in the sun, you can see that this one lights up more blue. That is why I feel like more drawn to this already because of the shades. But I do think this is very pretty. So if both sides were that, then maybe. I'm not doing any Illuminati stuff. I'm just trying to show you the eyes. Oh my god. I've watched too much TikTok. Okay. Anyways, I'm in love with this palette. Absolutely. If you had to just pick one palette, this would be the palette. But I'm really loving a whole matte palette. That's really neat. I don't think I've ever, because I'm trying to think of other palettes I've had before, or have right now, honestly. I don't think I have one palette that has all mattes, so, or all shimmers for that matter. I don't think, but I just think this is really neat. And the tones, they're like a pastel type of vibe rather than being super vivid, I guess is the word that I'm looking for. These are more cooled down, so it's really cool. I don't know, I'm just silly, but you have to let me know which one you would choose. But also, if you get them, you have to tag me in a look, because I'm like I want to see so many other perspectives of this, because for me, I want to rub all those shades all over my face all the time, and then I have to create a whole matte look. I'm going to put that as a challenge. I never created like a whole shimmer look at the same time, so I'm like, maybe I have to do a both, like a whole shimmer shade and a whole matte look. I don't know. If I had to pick one shade out of this whole shimmer palette, oh my god, so many pretty ones. I'm thinking Ocean's Crown or Emerald Jewel, and I really love the Emerald Jewel. I love all of them, but those ones are just calling out to me. And then in this one, I really love the Cool Current and the Driftwood, but then I think if I had to pick one, it would be Quite Awake, because that's just a really pretty bluish tone. I love this whole collection, and the highlighters are super, super fun. I definitely am going to be using them when I'm doing makeup looks, because I love highlighters. And like, to do this, you can run your finger across, or you can just get separated ones. That's so cool. I just love how they thought about, I just really love how they thought about the highlighters, and they're starting to get into more different things just besides just the eyeshadow. It's really cool. It's a neat little thing, especially when they bring a certain collection. So one mistake I did. Do you even notice what I did? Those highlighters should be on the opposite side. Let's see if we can fix that right quick. I don't know what in the world I was thinking. I'm sitting there looking and, you know what? It's not bad, but something's a little off, because mermaid side should have pink on this side. And the other side should have the golden one. I don't even know if that's really going to make a difference, but I was just sitting there. I really like the looks, and I'm thinking it's really pretty and everything. And then I'm like, here, I'm looking to figure out what I did, because I'm like, just something that seems just slightly bit off. There you go. That is a mermaid side on this, and then the beach nautical theme on the other side. I'm so silly, but I'm like, just the littlest things like that set me off. What did I do? It looks really pretty, but something could be a little bit better. That's what it was. So there you go, in case you noticed as well.